Okay, guys, we are on lesson 10.6. We're going to be taking a look at the Unlock Your Problem, and you could find this on page 411. Now, in the previous video that you guys watched in the review video, we talked about how you break things into quarter inch, half inch, and then full inch based off of your knowledge of fractions. Now, at the top of page 411, you're going to see it says connect, and then they give you a small box in the top right-hand corner where it says math idea. A ruler is like a number line. So essentially in that review video, that's what we looked at. So please use that as a reference if you need to. But let's take a look at the Unlock Your Problem. So for example number 1, it says use a ruler to measure the glue stick to the nearest half inch. Now I want you guys to put a box around the words half inch, because that is the most important part of what they're asking us to do. Now notice, and I apologize, I'm not a great artist like you guys are. This is example 1. If you notice, I took the liberty of drawing not only a ruler that represents, if you notice the black tally marks, those represent the inches. And then in the green, you see a very small tally mark, because that's the smallest one, represents the 1/4 inches. And then the blue represents the 1/2 inch. This is not going to be labeled on your ruler. The only thing that's going to be labeled on your ruler, you're going to see that the tally marks or the hash marks here. The only thing that's going to be labeled on your ruler is the actual inch marks. So you're going to see 1, 2, 3, and then so on and so forth. But again, I tried my best artistic ability here to draw a glue stick. So thinking about the nearest half inch, let's take a look. So whenever you're measuring at anything, you always place the 0 mark of the ruler at the beginning, just like I did here in the picture. Now, as we take a look at this glue stick here, guys, it goes past the 1 inch. It even goes past the 2 inch mark. Now, the question is asking you to measure the glue stick to the nearest half inch. So we pass the 2, we pass the quarter, and then we hit our half inch mark. So for the glue stick, if we are measuring it to the nearest half inch, even though it's not exactly on the half inch mark, remember you're estimating the nearest half inch. This glue stick would be 2.5 inches. Okay, now I really apologize for this one. That's supposed to be a paperclip. For those of you who are like, oh my God, Mr. White, what is that? Yeah, well, that's my paperclip. So we're going to use the same strategy as we did before. Now remember, I did this for you guys just because we have a video, and I want you to really take into consideration what these small marks are on your ruler. That's what the learning target is. We need to know what these are. So the black represents the inches, 0, 1, 2, and 3. You're going to see those on your ruler. And then the green represent the quarter inch marks. So we have 1/4, 2 quarters, also known as 1/2, 3 quarters, 1 inch, 1 1/4, 1 1/2, 1 3/4, 2 inches, 2 1/4, 2 1/2, 2 3/4, 3 inches. What we're going to look at is we are going to look at in this one, for example 2, it says use a ruler to measure the paperclip to the nearest 1/4 inch. That's extremely important to note. In the first one, they asked for nearest half inch. In this one, we're going to be looking for the nearest 1/4 inch. So look at the paperclip. It goes past the 1 inch, past the 1 1/4, past the 1 1/2, and it goes up to 1 and 3/4 or 3/4 inches. Now, why is this part of the chapter going to be a little bit more difficult? Because some of you guys are probably sitting at home right now and you're thinking to yourself, Mr. White, I do not have a ruler. So if you do not have a ruler, do not worry about it. If you're going to see in the discussion after you watch this video, I am going to give you guys instructions and I'm going to attach a worksheet that you guys can work on that actually gives you rulers on the worksheet, very similar to example 1 and example 2 here. Now, if you do have a ruler at home, okay, what you can do is you can do the share and show and the problem solving, okay, if you have a ruler. Again, if you don't, do not worry, because I'm going to attach a worksheet that is going to give you things just like this, example 1 and example 2, and then obviously you're going to have to answer the question that we have in our discussion so we can create a conversation between not only me and you guys, but between each other as a class. So do not stress. I know this is new stuff. I know it can be a little stressful because we're not in school, but this is a very good template to use as you're starting to learn how to measure different objects. If you want to push it a little bit further as well, and you're really liking it, and you have a ruler at home, go around and start measuring different things in your house. Okay? Have fun. Be safe. Hope you guys are healthy. Peace out.